In the beginning, there was only the custodian and the storyteller. There, in the center of their consciousness, a universe was born. Within that universe, the largest planet, Eos, came to be. Its denizens are just as magical and varied as the planet itself. This is their tale. Welcome back to Eos.
It worked?
Let me scan again just to be sure.
Sam types a few more times on her datapad and scans Fennick.
Wiggle those toes.
It worked! It really worked!
Want to stand up?
Do I ever?
Easy, please. Take it easy, okay?
Sam helps him stand and take a few steps. Miles, ignoring protocol, steps down into the room.
Ben, you feel okay?
Are you kidding? I can walk! I feel like I can fly!
As Fenn begins to test his feet and begins to walk quicker, leading into a run, he suddenly and unexpectedly shifts. Where there was a boy, a young great horned owl appears.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, I told you we would have to kickstart his magical system. Him being able to shift is not surprising.
On the floor, Fennick, now in owl form, begins to screech loudly in confusion. Sam calmly approaches him.
Fennick, I need you to listen. You cannot screech like that and listen at the same time. Take a deep breath.
The squawking goes from a panicked tone to something more inquisitive.
Yeah. Okay. To shift back human, all you need to do is remember what it was like to be in your body. Remember what it's like to open your hands and feel the ground on your feet.
The owl, who had been staring at Sam intently with a slightly cocked head, closes his eyes, and Fennick reappears.
What just happened?
Sammy, you really are a miracle worker.
No, not a miracle, just medicine. And had he not been your kid, I'm not sure it would have worked. I'm glad it did, Miles. You're gonna have to show him the ropes.
Hey, fair enough.
He's a great kid. Don't fuck it up.
No, ma'am. I don't mean to press, but...
Then don't press. We are working on it. Why do you care so damn much?
As it turns out, Sam, I do have a personal life.
Yeah, but it was the Queen.
Which meant we were very quiet about it. She was in a position of authority. It would look bad if she were dating me. Especially when I reappeared with a kid. Think about how traditional elves are. Celo, however, is quite open-minded. Did you know she has twins?
No.
Well, I'm surprised they haven't introduced themselves. I'll make sure they do.
Irrelevant. You knew acting how you did.
I know. It wasn't right. And I'm sorry.
Thank you. Now, go celebrate your kid. We'll have tea when we have a better update, okay?
Hey, Fan. Come on. Let's race your old man home.
Miss Sam, am I allowed?
Mr. Fennick, you are officially discharged. I'm sure Sonny will be by your house tomorrow morning.
Okay. I have wings!
The young owl reappears, and with a hoot of delight, Fennick takes off out of Lojic's den and to Miles' house, with Miles hot on his heels.
Well, I'd call that a success, on many levels.
Well, I can't be mad at Miles forever, and Fen deserves a very full life. I mean, it's not like I was exactly reasonable when you were in danger. I harmed Portal.
You did what?
Portal went after you when the tower went up.
Silly snake. Harry would have been a choice too.
Portal lived closer and can travel via lightning.
Fair. I'll be sure to send him some of Fuerz's mead or something.
Sam shrugs and finishes cleaning her OR.
By the way, I found something of note at the tree.
Yeah?
Yeah. Come on down to the lab. Do you need to eat first? I know medicine takes a lot out of you.
I'll grab a snack on the way.
As the two sit down with some tea in the kitchen, there's a frantic knock on the door.
What now? AVIX?
Unidentified person and feline at the door, sir.
Can I help you?
Hello, I am Wesley. I come from a distant land seeking sanctuary and aid from the king and queen. I passed a dog on a dust devil, and he said I'd find you here. I only have my companion Whisper with me.
Stomping is heard overhead as Sunrise sticks her head down from the top of the stairs.
Some of us are still growing and require sleep. Dang! Is someone dead?
Well, yes, my father. He died as we were fleeing the Red Genasi. But I suppose that is not relevant. Truly, I am sorry for the hour miss.
Oh! I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to... I'm gonna go. I'm sorry for your loss.
AVIX, please allow him in. I'll make more tea. Sunrise, Fennick is better and is expecting you to visit first thing in the morning. Go on back to sleep.
Oh! Oh my goodness, that's so exciting! Why didn't anyone say he was going under? And I hope he doesn't think I missed it on purpose.
Get some sleep.
AVIX walks in with a young man with blue-tinted skin and pale hair. His features have an elvish quality, and he has a very large cat walk in beside him. It looks almost like a tiger, only its fur was green, and it's much bigger.
Hello. I am Sam. This is Lojic. We are the king and queen of this area. How can we help?
Greetings. As I said, I am Wes, and this is Whisper. We are fleeing our kingdom. There was a coup and the fire genasi attacked the castle. My father and I fled, leading me here.
We're sorry for your loss. And yes, of course, you are welcome to stay here. Are you hungry?
I've been flying for hours. We are starving.
Of course. AVIX, can you ready one of the guest rooms on the lower level, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, I think I have an old leather beanbag thing that may work as a bed for you, Whisper, if that's amenable.
The giant cat looks up to Wesley, then back at Sam and chuffs, signaling agreement.
That's a smart kitty there.
Indeed. Many thanks.
Come on, I'll show you how to work the food generator. Lojic, looks like we have a lab date for the morning instead.
Yeah, that's okay. Sleep is probably a good choice anyway. It's been a lot lately.
Labs?
Yeah. The giant robot didn't give it away?
I am new to this land. Perhaps everyone has a robot?
He is not a robot. He's a learning AI.
Audio-visual individualized exchange unit. My name is AVIX.
All of this to say, yes, we are scientists. My interest lies in medicine and botany, and Lojic, well, he likes everything else.
Well, you have my gratitude. Is there a security on your home?
Well, yes, she's the queen. But why?
As I said, I was fleeing my home. And while I don't believe I was followed, the Fire Genasi are crafty.
You are under our protection. And it would look pretty bad if the Queen didn't protect their home now, wouldn't it?
Master Celo is at the door, ma'am.
Doesn't miss a beat, that man. Let him in, please.
Your Majesty, are you all right? The word on the grapevine is that there's a Genasi on his way.
Is there?
Yes, ma'am. He's from a kingdom that is very turbulent, ma'am. Very turbulent indeed. He is pursued by his country's enemies. I advise the strongest of caution, ma'am.
Does he travel alone?
He didn't start alone, but his companion fell. He has a very large cat.
Celo jumps in the air and whips around, drawing a sword at the same time the giant cat dodges.
Whisper, stop.
The cat freezes, his paw mid-air and prepared to swipe at the sword.
Stand down, or it will be the last thing you do.
Celo. As you can see, the Genasi in question is a boy.
The companion I was fleeing was the king, my father, and our land was turbulent, only due to the Fire Genasi's greed.
Well then, as royalty, you understand, I was only doing my duty to protect the Queen.
Wes smiles graciously.
Of course, one can never be too cautious.
Oh, hey Celo, I wanted to chat with you about something. Come on.
Lojic and Celo step outside.
AVIX will guard her while we sleep, but I do request some additional security around our home tonight. Our guest indicated he could have been followed. Rather be safe than sorry, you understand.
I understand, Your Majesty.
Ugh. Just logic.
Celo smiles slightly, bows, and vanishes from sight. Sam feeds Wes and gets him settled before she and Lojic settle in together for the night.
What the hell? Sam? Lojic? Ugh! Who the hell are you? Move!
Intruders coming from the second floors.
Sonny!
Lojic grabs his sword that he kept by his side of the bed and shadow steps to Sunrise's room, where he's met with a very angry young lady and several unconscious forms slumped on the floor.
What happened?
Move!
Lojic shadow steps again as Sonny shoots an incoming fireball out the now broken window.
More are entering from an empty room, sir.
Well, get rid of them!
As you wish, sir.
Lojic, they're coming from everywhere.
Deepest apologies, Your Majesties. They are the Fire Genasi, out to end my line.
Wes begins casting spells that blast the intruders back through the holes kicked into the home.
Where the hell is Celo now?
Sam reaches for the comms and finds that she's answered in static. So, she dives in combat too, using her tail as a weapon, and with dead-shot aim, she blasts venom in the eyes of the intruders that works as a powerful sedative. Wes moves out the front door, casting powerful spells that seem to blast items out of their hands. He eventually pulls a magical gun from his pocket, firing at enemies until they all lay dead, or sleeping. Several more are unceremoniously chucked from Sunrise's window. Wes catches them on a breeze and lets them down.
Well, I did say that they might come.
You weren't wrong, but where the hell were the elves? Wait, is that a signal jammer?
Lojic looks down on the ground, seeing the smallest bit of what looked like plastic sticking from the ground.
That's why AVIX didn't respond as quickly as he should have.
Lojic smashes it easily.
Correct. I had to create a different frequency to respond, sir.
And you didn't think it was important to mention that either?
Sam angrily pokes at her datapad on her wrist.
Is there a problem, Your Majesty?
Yeah. Take a look at my house!
I am, Your Majesty. I assure you, all is well.
Like hell!
Your Majesty, I am standing right in front of it.
I am standing outside of it!
You can't be.
AVIX, are there any other frequencies active right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you isolate and destroy them if they are not the ones common to Lojic or my experiments, please?
Yes, ma'am.
As AVIX wanders from Genasi to Genasi, what looks like a flimsy barrier is broken, and Sam finds herself nose to snout with Celo, who immediately takes a giant step back.
Well, hi.
Sam rattles her tail angrily.
There's a problem, Celo!
I was on watch, Mom.
Ma'am, they have a magical means of hiding. It is not surprising that they were able to avoid being detected.
Excuse me?
Truly, I meant no offense, sir. Quite the opposite.
What happened here?
Well, clearly they set a trap, then tried to sneak in, but made the mistake of going into Sonny's room. But put the jammer on first, then created the image of the house as it should be. Luckily, though, the tower only has finishing touches, and we can go move in now.
Are you going to wake up Sonny?
Oh, shit.
I'm already awake. What the hell does a girl gotta do to get some sleep?
Sunrise stomps by with a blanket.
Mel slept through all that?
Mel wasn't home.
Oh, well, good then?
Well, she's smart. She will head to the tower next whenever she decides to come home.
What do we do with these people?
Half of them are asleep.
As they look on, the forest begins to claim the bodies of the fire genasi that are dead, leaving the ones who are asleep alone.
You can't just have a horde of genasi on your front lawn, Lojic. That's weird.
Well, they are a threat to the person we gave sanctuary to, and are a threat to our queen, so they can't exactly stay here.
I can help. I'll be happy to drop them off on my way home.
They'll sleep for a good several hours yet.
Perfect. I was going to leave early this morning. Melody is meditating in the fields. I'll be back soon to check on her training.
Thank you so much for all your help over the past little while.
I have something else for you, Majesty.
Oh?
Amaranth shifts down to his human form and hands her a perfectly round orb. When she looks around the edges, it's clear and she can see her claw. But when she looks directly in the center, it appears to be a dragon's eye.
Non-Euclidean geometry! That's neat!
Well, I appreciate your help, Lojic, in a communicator. I'm afraid since we spend most of the time in this form, I fear I will break the minuscule buttons.
You'll find it's quite durable, but I understand.
Thank you again, Amaranth.
Take care of that. It is the last one of its kind, and it is older than I am.
So, looking at my last two houses, why would you trust me with it?
So you had a rough start. It's only uphill from here.
Right.
Regrets?
No regrets, just new. New isn't bad. We're doing lots of new things these days.
I'm proud of you. Now, I'm off. Do try to make headway with Miles,
Sam looks a little like she ate a lemon.
I'm trying, Amaranth.
Good. Farewell.
Safe travels, Amaranth.
Lojic snaps his fingers and a cart pops into existence. Celo and some of the elves set to work loading the cart with the sleeping Genasi. Amaranth grabs the cart in his talons and takes off.
Your Majesty.
Don't worry, Celo. You aren't fired or anything. I'm sorry I reacted harshly.
Don't worry, Mom. I would have been really upset too.
We are all good. Promise.
Okay. I'm going to leave another of the guard in charge of watching over you. There is something else that needs checking out.
Oh?
Yes, Mom. I will keep you updated once I have an update worth noting.
A strange creature is wandering the wilds. They seem to be able to charm the wildlife.
Though, I would humbly request a day or two off, both to sharpen my training and to investigate.
You gonna leave someone you trust in charge?
Indeed, Mom. Khan.
Perfect. Good night, Celo.
Rest well, Your Majesty. Khan will be here within the hour.
I'll be asleep.
Good. As you should, Mom. And, with luck, I will be deep in the wilds.
Good luck, Celo.
Best rest, Your Majesty.
The Center Chronicles is a Land of Eos production, written and directed by LB, with music and audio engineering by Naaza Reid, featuring the voice talents in order of appearance. Nels as Fennick, Gillian as Sam, Gavin as the narrator, a voice in Tartarus as Miles, Zack as Lojic, Martin Lucey as AVIX, Ammar MVA as Wes, ClownlordzVA as Sunrise, Nathanacts as Celo, and Christian Juice Minges as Amaranth. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Center Chronicles. See you again next week.